Hello everybody, I'm Raphael Perry, and it's time for some more late night Kingmaker. Now, I want to go clear out this Kobold lair. I also want to deal with this Kobold camp and this Troll clearing. And I want to go visit the Dwarven ruins, but I should probably deal with these first. Additionally, sometime around the 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, I want to be back at the throne room to deal with some important events. And do I have to talk to Valerie about that? She'll probably be totally fine with her scarring. In fact, she'll think of it as a positive thing, right? And for her, perhaps it is, right? It helps her to find a life away from the constant adoration of her awkward, square jaw but also narrow jaw. Let's go fight some kobolds.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh, really? Right, we'll be camping soon then. I should also check our rations. The hills seemed pleasant, even welcoming. No grey doom and gloom, just walking along the path and enjoying the view of all of the cute little white pyramids built out of pebblestone. Or wait, was it pebblestone? Horror of horrors! What I mistook for pebbles were polished bones. All along the path, the grass is riddled with pyramids made from polished kobold remains. Yes, maybe the trolls have been eating them. It got us to thinking, is it wise to follow such a grim path, a way marked by death itself? Well, defying all danger, we're going to follow this path anyway. Trying to brush away thoughts on who may have polished the kobold vertebrae and why, we quickly moved along the path leading through the pale hills. It didn't take long for us to reach a mountain river with a bridge crossing over it. Well, bridge may be a bit generous. It was actually just a long branch about as thick as an arm, spanning from one bank to the other. It may have been enough for a kobold to cross, since we could see another of those small bone pyramids on the far side, but it didn't look nearly strong enough for our party to cross it. Okay, let's see options here. We decided, before deciding how to proceed, we carefully examined the river, carefully examined the branch. Let's carefully examine the river. We quickly discovered that the river was quite deep. I plunged my arm shoulder deep into the water and couldn't even feel the bed. It was fast too. The current pulled a dried leaf off my sleeve. We're getting first-person narration in one of these for the first time ever. That's interesting. And it was gone from my sight in a blink. And it was cold. Very, very cold. Frankly, none of us were interested in taking a swim. I have one or two characters suited to this. We carefully examined the branch that would help us cross the river. The branch did have one good thing going for it, though. Being so thick, it happened to be quite sturdy. But that didn't make the flimsy crossing any less slippery or challenging to anyone daring to set foot on it. I wonder how many kobolds have slipped on the wet bark and found a watery grave in the ice-cold water. Probably quite a few. Although their bones have probably not been recovered and piled up into little cairns here. Okay. Mobility, athletics and strength. I think Ekundayo has the best averages. We got a really low mobility, really high mobility, average mobility. These are about equal. So yeah, Ekundayo. Ekundayo was unperturbed by the thin branch and the speeding current. After a deep breath, our volunteer set forth along the precarious crossing, one step, then another. A few feet crossed with no trouble, and I started to think that maybe things would be fine. That's when the branch jerked and started to shake. Why are none of us holding it steady? It was rolling over. With no time to think, all Ekundayo was... You know, that's a pretty good roll. That's a 70% chance of success. Oh, the lengths we'll go to in our efforts to keep our pride untarnished and our pants dry. One incredible jump and Ekundayo was on the other bank. Ekundayo took a moment to catch his breath and turned his attention back to the crossing. A nearby shrub concealed an amusing kobold contraption, a crooked ladder built from random planks and sticks. It seems the kobold crossed the river in much the same way as we had, sending their most agile companions across to fling the ladder over to the other side. Losing no more time, we crossed the river. That is a very big skull. I hope it looks like it's made of wickerwork or something. One small pyramid made of polished kobold bones may be a bit spooky, but it's not unbearable. But how about thousands? Maybe this is like a elephant burial ground for kobolds. We found ourselves looking over a proper kobold graveyard, each little pyramid a mark of kobold death, and that mark made out of their own remains. Ooh. The real enigma, though, waited in the heart of the burial ground. The centerpiece was made of hundreds, maybe even thousands of polished bones, all put together to form the head of an enormous dragon. That's because some idiot in 3rd edition decided kobolds had to be related to dragons, where in 1st edition, while somewhat scaly, they were definitely dog-like. And in fact, the scales were barely mentioned, often ignored, and they were little dogmen. Imagine it. These small, nonsensical reptiles somehow managed to create a sculpture both fearsome and magnificent. Such might and yet such frailty as well. If a single bone were to be removed from the foundation, this beautiful statue would crumble to dust, and I even spotted one such flimsy bone. I wonder if this section was written by a completely different author who hadn't written many of the previous sections and chose to write it in a first-person narrative, or if it's an early piece and it hadn't been revised or updated like one of the earlier ones he wrote. Regardless, we'd come face to face with irrefutable proof the kobolds, for better or worse, were changing. This news had no impact on our search for the trolls, though. The land was clearly sacred to the kobolds, and it seemed unlikely they would bring their new friends here. But how would the Baron deal with the structure we found in this realm? You know, this is their religion, their faith. We're not going to disrespect it. The Baron deemed it proper to respect the kobold shrine. I wonder if this is written from Lindsay's perspective, and if she's supposed to be with the party all the time. And I wonder if this is written from her perspective because she wasn't with the party. That would be interesting. Following my advice, the Baron adjusted the dangerously loose bone in the hope of reinforcing the remarkable composition. My lord was standing to leave with when a glint from the dragon's jaw drew his attention. Carefully reaching inside, the Baron pulled out what could seem to be a dirty stone. Beneath an outer layer of clay, we found a large, fine-cut emerald. It seemed the kobold spirits decided to grant us a gift. Stowing the offering in his bag, the Baron turned and left. We dutifully followed our leader, and soon the bizarre kobold burial ground was far behind us. Wait, that's not a new event. Right. How are we doing for rations? 12. Okay, we may need to head back soon just because of that, or assign a Miri to hunting.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Okay, there we go. We'll absolutely use rations. and camp.
You smile rarely, Valerie. What troubles you?
Nothing. I laugh when there is something to laugh about. Right now I'm busy thinking about how we're going to survive these wild lands.
So, as fate would have it, we may end up needing to return to the capital to resupply sooner than I would like. This means hunting is definitely something to do. Oh, hooray, we're attacked while resting. Lovely. So that means no rage, no charging. And some people will still be abed.
Hungry stuff.
Oh, bandits. Lovely. Alright, you.
We can do it!
Here's an opponent for you to hit. You can wait. You. Proper bless. We might find it useful. Mary? Yeah, get up. And advance on this one. Octavia, there's a person you should shoot.
Consider me provoked.
Lovely. Valerie,
Let
hit
us
him.
strike as one.
Or her. Bit hard to tell from that angle. From a voice though, I'd say that was a her. Can we get one of these in? No, we can't. I like you. You're blatantly
Good,
British.
you dead.
Yep, that works. And there's two people over there to shoot as well. It's the Dwemer Cat! Hello, have you come back to help us now that we helped you a few times? Lovely.
Strike with all your might!
I see another enemy down south there with a bow, that's fine. Can the dog reach? The dog can reach. Even though it's a wolf. Harum, can you get this one? No. Tell you what, just go to there for now. It'll be fine. Yep, you're dead. Shouldn't have bothered trying up to get up, really, should you? Right. Time to get angry. Oh, you can't charge because of... Right, we're going to go here because the Dwemer Cat could go for either of these two. And the rock was preventing a straight line charge. Not that we get charge lanes at the moment.
This is for you.
Do not falter.
Okundayo, shoot this one, please.
Cannot hide from me. No strike wasted.
That's a disturbingly short bow range for a longbow. Given how short the close range spells are. Yeah, you go kill that one, please. Or do a lot of damage. Yeah, attacks of opportunity are nice like that. And we'll circle round. Because there's people down here who really need to be killed. Okay. Not anymore. Problem solved. Yeah, you're done.
I'll fight if I have to.
Onwards.
Oh man. Valerie, you could have really
Nowhere to
finished that
run.
there. But the dice did not love you. They did not. I should call this episode Kobold Burial Ground. Actually, I'll see if I
Forward!
get to finish any of the others as well. Alright. And it seems the Dwemer Cat has left us. Interestingly enough. I should also pay heed to party encumbrance. Because while I don't want to return and buy new food soon, I may have to just go back and sell stuff anyway. And that constant back and forth is becoming a major nuisance. So, in a way, the sheer amount of time I'm spending in this region is definitely leading me to believe that the sooner I just claim it for myself, the better, even though it's currently under another lord's ownership. That being said, he doesn't seem to be doing a very good job of looking after it. Okay, we can carry a bit more. Let's go to this camp. Maybe it's another story event, but this looks like a map loading. I hope we get to fight some kobolds here. I really do. If it's full of trolls, that'll be equally interesting. Oh, hello. You see a gang of kobolds resting around a fire. When they finally notice you, they jump up and start scuttling around, making a mess and bumping into each other, all the while muttering something in their hissing language. One kobold emerges from a swarming crowd. His scales are a touch lighter than those of his companions. Upon closer inspection, he seems to be extremely old. His skin is dry and lifeless, and he clearly lost some of his scales long ago. There's something curious about this kobold. He seems to be calm, confident, and wise? Slarags! The old kobold hisses. The rest of the kobolds immediately calm down. Greetings, he says, addressing you and sticking out his hand. Well, while this is the kind of degree of intelligence we could expect from Tartusio, he doesn't have the restraint or discipline to rein in his hatred of us and his vitriol. I do not believe this is him. Regents! I wonder if I mean regents. That'd be interesting. Regents! Oh, they're trying to say greetings! I see. It is! Oh, they're so cute, Octavia explains, clapping her hands together. May I keep one? Chaotic evil attack! Kobolds, eh? Let's play a game. I'll try and kill you and you try and run away. No, I'm not going to do that. I will shake the kobold's hand and hope he hasn't prepared shocking grasp this morning. Greetings. You shake the old kobold's hand. It's slimy and cold. Well, he's old. He continues to stare, his eyes still yellow and emotionless. The emotionlessness... I think dispassionate would have been a better word, but emotionless gives the impression maybe he's being possessed by something that's viewing us from afar. Kobolds, humans, love, the old kobold says. Now, steady on. I know there's some pretty messed up stuff on the internet, but even so, I don't think he means it that way. Mens. Love. I think he's trying to say they like us, the humans, and don't want to fight with them. Kobold! Aww. It seems he's in love with you. I'm not even human. King. Tatuk. King. Search. Right. We are looking for Tartusio. Are you looking for him? Or is he looking for us? That is a little, Search. Search. He couldn't even get past the S's. The old kobold seems to have said his piece, so he just continues to stare at you with cold, still eyes. Tarchuk, what a familiar name. Tell me, do you know the story of the Soot-Scale Kobold tribe? The kobold seems to not understand a single word you're saying, but reacts to the word Soot-Scale. Soot-Scale bad. Not friend. Alright, let's get this sorted out. All of the kobolds are staring at you now. No blinking or movement among them. It's starting to get uncomfortable. Tartuk, trolls, love. Search Tartuk, Kobold. Okay, so wait. Humans love kobolds. Trolls love Tartuk. Kobolds look for Tartuk. Got it! Sir! Kobold! No matter how hard you try, you can't glean anything useful from the old kobold's gibberish. Yes, I can! Seeing you fail to understand the old kobold, Octavia touches your shoulder to attract your attention. I think I understand what they're trying to say. It seems their king, Tartuk, is lost somewhere, and they're looking for him. But it sounds like he's become friends with trolls now, so I'm not sure it would be wise to help them. Alright. Why are you looking for Tartuk? King, the old kobold answers. Tartuk, trolls, kobold, love. Trolls, kobolds. Trolls, kobolds. Look, I'm no friend of trolls. I kill them and anyone who helps them. You should return from where you came for your own sake. The old kobold steps back in fear. Tartuk, king, love. Humans, kobolds, love. He speaks quickly, raising his hands before him as though shielding himself from an attack, and I'm not going to attack him. Tartuk! Tartuk, love! All of these are moving away from my alignment in bad directions. I'm not going to kill them. I understand your plight, but I fear I can't help you. I'd only lead you further astray. I hope you find what you're searching for, or... This seems better. I don't know where the troll's lair is, or where Tartuk is hiding. I'd recommend you give up the search for what... but that's for you to decide. Unable to judge the expression on his snout, you can't tell if the old kobold is upset by your statement. After you answer, he turns away from you, as if you ceased to exist. Reminds me of an NPC in the Shattered Star Adventure Path, the demented little Svart, who is completely insane, believes he's a king, and has absolutely no concept of relative power, and believes he's more powerful than anything else. The kobolds quickly gather and leave into the woods. I hope I did a good thing.
No stopping now.
Because we don't want any unnecessary bloodshed, and they appear to have left a box of stuff behind. Some rope, some rations, scroll of cure light wounds, and some things we can cook food with. Okay. While we're in this area, I should absolutely search it for any artifact parts that might be here. Look, you never know, right?
Check that out.
And hey, what's this? It is not an artifact part. But as this is an area that might disappear and become unavailable in the future, we should absolutely roam around and look for absolutely everything. Because there definitely could be things tucked in the corners. Like this tree stump. Oh hey, another Dryad's token, lovely. See? We find things. We search. And sometimes our diligence is rewarded.
March on.
Let's pick those herbs. Pick the herbs, damn you. I don't care who does it. Oh! And our Lord Regent has even gained a level as well. Magnificent. We will attend to that shortly.
Stopping
First
now.
we will check for more treasures that may be hidden in this forest glade. Yes, this forested, wooded glade. Okay, I think we're done here. So, Keldrak Morden has indeed gained a level. And I have completely lost track of time of when I started recording this episode, but it was like sometime in the last 10 or 15 minutes.
It is done.
Where is our way? Ah, there it is. Okay. Well, going all the way up to level 7, and we still haven't gained some of the companions yet, which is a bit bonkers. Alright. What do we need for Stalwart Defender? Dodge. Ah, okay. We can probably get that. We failed Perception last time. Let's get 2 ranks of Perception, 1 of Law Religion, and that will do it. Can we have Dodge, please? We can have Dodge. We shall have Dodge. There we go. We get a second use of Smite Evil. We might even get access to level 2 spells now. We do get access to level 2 spells now. Wonderful. Magnificent. What do we want? Oh, communal, you say? Ooh, ho, 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 ho. I like it. So what would be in keeping with... First off, some of these are like strange combo spells. Okay. Aura of Greater Courage. I don't have an Aura of Courage yet, do I? I should check. Yes, there it is. Okay. So. Immune to fear, you do not have to... Okay, yeah, understood. Bestow Grace. Okay, it basically gives them Divine Grace. Got it. Blessing of Courage and Life. This... Same throws against fear and death effects. Okay. Luck and Resolve is morale on saving throws, fear, and a reroll. Lots of anti-fear stuff. Bull Strength, Eagle Splendor. Eagle Splendor could have a use for some things. Listening of Eloquence. It will hold a target's attention. Listening of Entanglement. Chains of Energy. Okay. Owl's Wisdom could be good. Resist Energy also could be good. Remove Paralysis, very useful. I'll happily go with this. Now Harim also leveled to 6 recently. We filled his spell slots. Okay. So now it's Ekundayo who is closest to leveling. Now, I can't remember for certain, but I believe we have more events queued up that need to be taken care of, and something's happened there in the kingdom.
I need to catch my breath.
Oh, Octavia, you're always so tired. Troll clearing. Okay, that would be 9-10. Buy food. Resting at least once along the way, probably twice, so 11-12. We should push on ever so slightly.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
Okay, let's rest. This time, while we use rations, we will also hunt. And while Ekundayo would be a better huntsman, his ability to preserve rations is superb. So we're going to stick with that. Ah, press the wrong button. Okay.
Octavia, tell me, did your parents...
And before she can respond, we are attacked.
To victory!
We are assailed, assaulted no less, by many foes. Doggus, doggus. Ever ready. Like the batteries. Yeah, sure, shoot this one.
True.
Oh, nice. It's not a surprise round. Which means we're getting charged now. Oh, you thought that was a good idea, did you? Well, you're wrong. Where is... Oh, she's just there. How lovely. Hey, you, lady, get angry. Yeah. What for tea?
Your life ebbs low.
You can't stop me!
Stay behind me!
Can we get a few hits in? Yes. More importantly, will being angry help us?
Tear them apart!
Absolutely yes. Look, whoa, look at that. Spasming out like a bad Skyrim HDT incident. Or some of those really messed up corpses in Baldur's Gate 3. Oh hey, the Drummer Cat is back! Hello friend! Are you going to keep on helping us every time we get attacked by bandits now? Because it really feels like it. Okay, Doggus, Doggus. Can you finish this one off? Yes, you can. Excellent. Well, Ekundayo, there's like a bloke right here who needs to be shot a lot.
Glad you're dead.
And I reckon you can help with that. Okay, Mr. Dwarf, touch yourself, feel better, and fight back.
We can do it!
That works.
What a waste.
Consider me provoked!
Let us
Okay.
strike as one!
Maybe
Ah!
we can send having to save Amiri in there. Right, Amiri, who is up here that the Dwemer Cat was interested in? Look, there's someone, some enemy. Ah, here. Well, get over there. I'm sure you'll appreciate it next round when you get to kill her face off. Yep. Okay, mate, seriously, where are you going? Because you're not making a lot of sense right now.
Me.
We're getting a lot of ambushes now. So we need to do something about camp security.
Become as dust.
This is for you!
Do not falter!
Come on, Valerie, you can get a hit in eventually. Right, well look, just pick that up and come on back. Also, stop being angry, the fight's practically over. Well, it probably is now. Yeah. Go, go, Drummer Cat Rangers.
I'm hungry. When we stop?
Alright, let's go back to camp. I should probably do some healing, but I think I've got it under control. Right, let's carry on resting.
Are there mountains where you're from? You seem like a Highlander. Strong. Tough. Not like wusses from the plains.
There are mountains, yes, but people don't live there. Minotaurs, harpies. Dangerous places. I'm from the city.
Trust an American voice actor to mispronounce Minotaur. Okay. Well, let's head
Follow me.
out of this forest clearing. And yeah, I think the 12th would be a little bit early to be arriving back in the capital. Yes, let's take those things and head on out. So we should definitely be heading this way and down there. If we can clear out these locations fairly quickly. Come on, side path. Yeah, lovely. What is this anyway? A monster den? That's really generic.
I need to catch
Oh,
my breath.
come on! Look, it's 2 in the morning. Let's let everyone rest. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, okay. This is dangerous.
I still dream of Numeria sometimes. The places I've been to while I was still in chains. I hope I'll be rid of those memories someday.
Memory always remains. You cannot toss it away. All you can do is learn to live alongside it.
See, Ekondio's got a good point there, Octavian. You should listen to him. Oh no, we're running out of food now. This is bad news. Well, we're going to have an interesting journey back. But for now, let's go into this clearing that apparently is at time inhabited by trolls. The small glade showed signs of brutal troll feasts. It was littered with gnawed bones. The ground was furrowed with marks from huge feet. The trees held gouges from short, sharp claws, and the branches had been adorned with the skulls of humans and animals, both old and new. Unfortunately, the trolls' tracks vanished outside the glade, but we could tell that the trolls used this place often. Ekon's usually expressionless face turned into a disgusted grimace. You could see the pain he felt as... Wow, we're addressing the player character directly here again. You could see the pain he felt as he looked upon the remains of the troll's victims. Finally looking away, he said, "They'll come back. We need an ambush." Harim ran his hand across one of the skulls. With a sad smile on his face, the priest slowly shook his head. I got chills just imagining what thoughts might be crossing his mind at the moment. Nihilistic insane thoughts sent by the god of the moon, and the god of death, and the god of something else, madness. He is and isn't the moon, and both these statements are true. Graitus is a very contradictory god. Oh wait, we have... No, we can't actually click on these bookmarks to look through stuff. Okay. Having prepared our ambush, we waited. Well, that was an interesting slow turn. The trolls were really taking their time. The sun rose higher and higher, but we heard nothing from the woods but birdsong and the buzzing of insects. Ekon froze, keeping his bow at the ready as he gazed into the woods. His eyes would focus every now and again on the remains hanging from the trees. His expression was one of strong determination. He would wait for the trolls and he would kill them all. The fruitless waiting began to tire us out. Amiri killed time, sharpening an already razor-sharp blade. Octavia looked around us impatiently, tugging on her long hair occasionally. She was clearly bored out of her mind. I'm playing a Dwarven Paladin of Torag. We wait. Like the White Horse's Guinness advert. He waits. Dun 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 dun. And then we insert pseudo fake Moby Dick writing there. "Here's to you, Ahab," he cried, and the fat drummer something with every beat. Look, it's been a long time, okay? It's an old advert. As the sun set, the glade was still empty. Darkness spread across the scraps of the troll's feast, and the grass began to fill with the dim light of fireflies. Ekun flexed his muscles, tired of the long, motionless wait. I could be wrong, he said regretfully. We may be waiting in vain. Having caught a firefly, Octavia entertained herself by watching it crawl across her slim fingers. We continued waiting. Thank you, the ranger said with a nod. That was cowardly of me. Torag teaches not to give up. We will wait, and we will get what we waited for. Hearing the deity's name, Harim gave a disdainful snort. Ekun paid him no mind and continued waiting. Ambushes take time. We continued waiting in the hope that the trolls would show themselves eventually. It was late at night. We listened to the sounds of the forest, waiting to hear the roar of a troll at any moment. Instead, all we heard was the hooting of owls. Our muscles grew numb, and our eyelids grew heavy. "What's your problem, trolls?" Octavia yawned. "Are you not coming or not?" Harim yawned loudly. Oh, that was a real yawn, that second one. "Like all else," he said in a melancholic tone, "this too shall pass. We keep waiting, and try not to go to sleep or the trolls may ambush us." Oh, bugger. With little hope remaining, we decided to give the trolls one more chance to show up. The sky began to lighten. The hooting owls gave way to twittering morning birds. We rubbed our eyes as we looked around the glade yet again. Suddenly, a loud cracking sound came from the bushes. Alert now, we reached for our weapons, but instead of trolls, what we saw jump into the glade was a huge deer. And we failed a skill check, unfortunately. Arrows buzzed through the air, but none hit the target. The animal disappeared behind the trees immediately. After all that waiting, we clearly weren't in top form. Perhaps it was best it hadn't been the trolls after all. So, have literally all leads failed here now? Well, we need to...
I need to catch my breath.
We can't rest yet. We need to get back to civilization. Okay, we rest here. Try to avoid the enemies. Let's sneak past them. You failed to sneak past them, prepare for battle. Okay, well then we fight the enemies. It's just we really need supplies.
Who will prevail?
Oh, hello, it's giant centipedes! Doggus goes to attack a tremendous centipede. Wow, it's like playing Shadows of Esther. Ekundale, shoot the centipede. I mean, look. There you go, lovely. Amiri, you'll get a chance to be angry in a moment. Just keep at it. Double giant centipede. Oh! Ooh. Well, I wish it would show the... It shows the dice roll for the save and the save DC. It doesn't show the total save. It's very misleading. But hey, look, we've got a berserker who needs to get angry. It's a bit of a priority.
Onwards!
Look, we'll get a few hits once in a while, okay? You know what? Let's make her big as well. She's going to be really big and angry. There we go. Harim, look, we might not have another fight today. So let's just pile in a whole load of aggression. And if we can kill this one... Excellent. So we haven't wasted a big damage hit on something that was about to die to a single arrow. Speaking of which, get angry, lady.
Bring it!
There we go. Fight's over. This is a new map.
I'm hungry. When we stop.
But we are not going to... Oh. Oh, God, really? Okay, well, we're just going to have to camp here then, aren't we? Interesting. I like the map. Right, I'd love to click use rations, but we don't have enough, so we're just going to do what we can. Which means we send Ekundayo out to hunt. Amiri shouldn't be cooking. We put her on camp camouflage. No, no, that's a bad idea. Okay. I'll just put her on guard then. Means we're probably looking at a fight.
Why are you so concerned about death? There are so many interesting things in life. I don't understand how one can die without trying Absalom's famous blueberry cakes.
What's
Blueberry
this?
cakes as the meaning of life.
Oh, I see.
There is something in this. I suppose even the end of times would be more fun with a blueberry cake in your hand.
Well, not if you drop it or a bird shits on it or something. But I appreciate the sentiment. What did we get by way of rations? We are completely out. Okay. At least we're surviving combat encounters and 32% of the way towards that 100 combat encounters achievement. Right. Go! We're going to have to camp again at least once on the way, probably twice. Let's try to avoid these enemies. Failed to sneak past. I doubt they have food for us.
We will prevail!
The good news is, giant frogs, you caught us in the early of the day when we were not in the beginning of the day, early on when we were not fatigued at all. Doggus says munch. Doggus fails to munch, frog, and frog gets axed in the face. In all fairness, I'm not anticipating these frogs are going to give us a lot of trouble.
You dead.
And this is the same wilderness encounter map again, isn't it? It's even the same position that the
Tear them apart!
giant, tremendously large centipedes approached from. Okay, Harem, hit it.
Repent.
Lovely. Can you get that
I'll
one?
fight if I
Yes,
have
you
to.
can.
Stay behind me!
Oh, lady, you could have. You could have killed it with the first attack and turned it into a move action. Alright, fight over. Trolls. The frogs looked a little bit like trolls with their warty green skin, okay? I was misled momentarily, and yeah, it's about 5 in the morning. I'm recording late. It is what it is. So we are definitely needing to resupply. Yes, we'll keep on going till like here-ish. As I said, and then we'll camp. Right. Manage? Well, yes, but we don't have any, so it's like just hunt,
You
hunt,
have the
hunt.
spirit of a wolf, Amiri. I feel it.
That's true. But more like a bear. Big, scary. Anyone who stands in my way, I'll rip them to pieces.
Yeah, she's not really... Wolves are pack animals. She's too much of an individualist. Alright. Now we are getting somewhere. Soon we will be able to buy provisions.
Time to search for the spot to rest.
So I'm going to be sneaky and go to Marketplace first and buy those provisions. Then I'll go to the throne room and see what kind of state things are in. And after that, I'll probably have to end the episode, to be honest, because I've been recording for a good length of time. Come on, load screen, what's taking so long? Is something really important going on? Oh, there we go, it's kicked it up a notch now. Cranking up the marketplace area for me. Hello, you didn't want to talk to me, did you?
No
good.
stopping now.
Right, Hasuf. Do me a favour. Sell me food. 40. I'm going to really overdo it. Okay, we'll sell that. This, and this. And then we'll go checking other tabs. We're obviously never going to sell anything from this tab, and I should absolutely do something with that. We'll take that as well. This has got to be used to solve the quest of the dead woman. Yeah, swapping around like that on me. And that is magical, so I shouldn't sell it just yet. Right. I'm sure this makes thoroughly scintillating viewing. But there we go. All done. And that should put us in good stead for our next excursion outwards. I really do need to find the capability for just carrying greater amounts of food, though. Valerie, I should talk to you. Valerie nods to you cordially. Glad to see you. She's clearly an idiot. How do you feel? I see your wound hasn't healed yet. I think it's not intended to. This is less of a wound and more of a mark of being cast out from the order. Well, not cast out, but it's a mark of her own refusal to enter back in. Valerie waves off your words, with more haste than prudence. Please don't worry over such trifles. I will visit a priest or an alchemist when time permits. As for how I feel... Valerie smiled sourly. It is my pride that suffered the most. It seems I must devote more time to training. I will keep this in mind in the future and not let you down again. Or you could realize that this was a sign that you have turned your back on those who really cared for you and appreciated you, like an ungrateful little girl. I should thank you, Keldrak Morden. It's important to me that you were at my side. Now I'm sure that I'm finally free of the Order of the Eternal Rose and ready to devote all my time and efforts to our mission. My mission. You have got serious issues, lady. That's sucking up, that's sucking up, that's sucking up. I'm not going to do that. As you wish. I shall instead venture into the courtroom. Where no doubt events are waiting for me. Chandra Merveille approaches. We've received a letter from Bevroy concerning Oleg's trading post. Lady Jamandi is, to put it lightly, puzzled by your request for Restov to surrender Oleg's trading post. She's demanding compensation, not only in gold, but also in form of repairing a road from the trading post to Restov. Go ahead and read it. It's marvelous. I'm sure it is. Let us review our options here. We'll accept their offer and send Restov the year's taxes from Oleg's trading post. We'll also improve the road between Restov and the post. On the understanding that this is a one-off situation and not a... I mean, this isn't a EU money grab, let's be honest here, you know. We are their vassals. They literally funded this entire barony and put us in this place. We are absolutely under their control. And we owe them that. However, they are also trying to break off and separate from their own country, which we cannot necessarily agree with. It's disrupting the status quo. I mean, we're disrupting the whole thing as it is. Anyway, we can't openly confront Jamandi. We'll bide our time. Declare we've begun working on the road. There's no mention of a specific time for renovation, was there? No, but we're worshippers of Torag. If a job's worth doing, it's worth doing well. So this is openly showing our rebellious nature. I do not yet feel the time has come for that. I feel that should come later, when we're in a position of power to assert ourselves. So we'll accept their offer and send Restov the year's taxes. We're the lawful baron after all. We'll also improve the road between Restov and the post because we are good, not neutral or evil. I did warn you that the old Dowry would find a way to turn a profit on this issue, didn't I? In politics, softness is always taken as weakness. Well, that's as may be. But in this case, it's a ploy. Oh, we got another event. That's the Stag Lord's helm. Who did I give it to? Enio, a half-elf merchant who recently appeared in the capital, falls to the floor in front of you. Jefal stands beside him, looking quite unlike her normal self. Usually cold and stiff, the face of the undead elf now burns with rage. Despite his nearness to his furious undead captor, Enio looks concerned but unafraid. If you allow me to speak, I can explain everything. I hope you can, half-blood, otherwise... Jefal hisses and turns to you. Have I told you the sad story of my death? Yes, you murdered your entire family and then became an undead creature when you were finally put down by your enemies. It is sad most of all because I don't remember how my life ended. I wandered exhausted through the wastelands between the borders of Kyonin. Oh, it's Kyonin, isn't it? The Elven Kingdom. Yeah, see... I'll get to that in a bit. I wandered exhausted through the wastelands beyond the borders of Kyonin until I could barely see my path. I stopped to rest, or perhaps I lost consciousness. When I came to my senses, I heard the call of my goddess returning me from the dead. So yeah, in Golarion, the elves have an entire country all of their own. The dwarfs don't even have anything. They had Tartagadth, and it's been overtaken by the Greenskins, who called it Belkson after they had claimed it. Paizo hates dwarfs just like they hate goodly aligned characters. They have a very strong bias. Was it poison? Magic? Illness? Whatever stole my life away, it left no trace. I thought this mystery would haunt me forever, but then I entered the shop of this half-blood, seeking some reminder of Kyonin, and what did I discover there? My very own dagger! Jefal shows you an elven-crafted dagger with a chipped blade and empty sockets, where once gemstones adorned the handle, and I bet she can remember exactly what those gemstones looked like as well. This dagger disappeared the same night I was taken by death. How could this half-blood have obtained it? Well, why don't you let him speak, Jefal? Anger will not help us learn the truth here. That is why... Jafal pauses. Respecting your authority, I brought this pathetic huckster here, rather than getting the truth out of him by my own methods. Whatever a huckster is. The half-elf rises to his feet and sighs, putting his clothes in order. Thank you for allowing you to speak, my lord. The story is not very exciting, certainly is not as exciting as my tale of the drunken regatta with the Eye of Abendigo. Abendigo is a real-world place name, but I can't remember exactly what it pertains to right now. I think it's out somewhere in the Pacific somewhere. Yesterday, north of the city, I stumbled upon a dead boar. There was no one around, but the dagger was protruding from a miserable beast's neck. I don't know why the owner would have left it in the carcass. I do. I suspect it was left as a message. Perhaps the beast escaped from the hunter, taking along the weapon that would have injured it. So I inadvertently decided to keep the dagger I found, thanking my luck, and never suspecting the price I'd pay for it. Where exactly did you find this carcass and dagger? In the vicinity of the old sycamore. Of course, I'm sure you know where that tree grows. I found the boar to the west of the sycamore, in the direction of the Thorn River. Understood? Jafal, listen to reason. If Aneo was involved in your death, he wouldn't be openly offering your dagger for sale. Your words set Jafal on her heels. She frowns, but calms down. Perhaps that's logical. This one would have to be a useless fool to do such a thing, and useless fools do not easily survive the road. Still, his story should be verified. It must be, and in any case, the dagger may lead to my killer. And that is a personal quest I will absolutely look forward to investigating with you, preferably after we've dealt with all the trolls. Although it's a lot closer and theoretically could be dealt with rather quickly, but I imagine it's going to lead to something much bigger. Enio, you face rather serious accusations. Are you sure you can say nothing more in your defense that I could use to aid in my investigation? I would be glad if I could, but alas! The bright yellow-green eyes of the half-elf are calm. The dead boar is my only witness, but I believe in your justice, Baron. I have faith that you will investigate my story and sort everything out. I will investigate. We, the royal we shall investigate this matter further. Let's start by checking Enio's story and seek out this unfortunate boar. Jafal bows gracefully. I am grateful. It's important to me, and you, half-blood, shall pay for our success. If you're lying, I will find a surer way to get the truth from you. Just as I will probably get that helmet from you and give it to Ekundayo. In fact, let's do that now. Let's try keep all the Stag Lord's stuff together. But that was the armor as well, wasn't it? Ranger proficiency is light and maybe medium? Not ranger. Light and medium, yes. So, let's give her this. It's not as fancy looking. There we are. Wonderful. And you can then upgrade. So how's this going to be better? Bark skin. Okay, yeah. And it's more thematic as well. Where did that helmet go? It went here. Now he has a fancy helmet. Right, we have lots of leveling to do. I should absolutely do that as well. Ekundayo, you are a ranger. You're absolutely going to level 6, where you will get a new combat style feat. Awesome. Right. You absolutely need this. Need this. Need this. We'll get you that. And... ooh. You're a worshipper of Torag. Let's give you a rank in religion. Right, yes. Archery. So we can get a lot. Don't we have many shot already? Wait, point blank shot, precise shot. How's he been rapid shotting so far without... oh, right. Rapid shot. Okay. Many shot, okay, so Kevin Costner's Robin Hood double shot thing. Point blank master. We get the prereqs for being a ranger. Improved precise shot. Anything but total concealment and cover. Okay. Don't provoke attacks of opportunity, firing point blank. I mean, we can always take a 5-foot step, but that's a good one to look into. Let's grab many shot as well. And he might also now have an... he does not have an extra spell slot. Okay. But we have some more leveling to do. You, we should hold off because we have training scenarios for you two. Let us survey this wretched barony that we laughingly call a fledgling kingdom. Okay, so the advisor was able to determine where the fortifications were most needed. The subjects agreed on the wisdom of the decision. The people collected money for a palisade and delivered the funds to the treasury. Good job, Canera. Well, I'd rather have Kaliki, the non-evil sister, on the council, but it is what it is. So, message from the Sword Lords. Look, we got a bit of good economy with that, so that's okay. JFL was angry. Yes, she was. JFL's training. She's been leveled up now. Awesome. We should absolutely take care of her. Oh! Oh, oh, oh! Yes. Right, so. Economy. Road to Oleg's trading post. We don't have a time limit on that. That could be Valerie or Canera. Ancient tradition. Valerie, Tristian or Jod. Bandits outrage. Canera. You know what? Canera. Oh. 21 days. So this... right, a true masterpiece. So all of these will expire at the end of the month. So, Valerie, Tristian, Jod. Canera. Canera. I see issues here. Right. When will Amiri be free? Within a week. Good. So, Amiri for Bandits Outrage. Ancient Edition, not Canera. Tristian or Jod, then. And a true masterpiece, Canera. Oh, that's a low chance. Ooh. That's not ideal. Could we do a kingdom rank up and grab that? We could, theoretically. So, that's going to be Amiri. This will be Valerie, Tristian or Jod. What else do we have? This, then, would be Valerie. And we'd need a lot of build points. Okay. We can buy those build points. Let's even go a little bit further. Let's go 24 build points. And then we'll start this one. Look, it'll get us good... we need to get that stability. Right. And then here... Tristan or Jod. So we can't do you. We shouldn't do you. I mean, it would be lovely. Trade agreement with Myvan, we don't have the time. Okay. We don't have the supplies. We don't have the supplies. Right. Ragongar's training, we probably should at some point. Still life with lemon peel. Sounds atrocious. So if we did a kingdom update, what would happen? The troll raids would finish. We would be very close to this running out. And we would get to start this straight away. %65%, look, it's all we got for right now. Both these would resolve. We could... Hang on. Oh, this is coming. $7 days to solve. We could whack her in here. Give it a shot. And then give her the other job as well. However, is that wise? I mean, we probably can't afford... We've still got these troll raids that need to be dealt with, right? I think I need to see what kind of state those are in before I try for another kingdom upgrade. Because if the kingdom morale gets even worse... And I'm thinking the trolls really need to be dealt with quite a lot. I should absolutely not forget these. As far as ranking up goes, we could stick Jod in here. Do a quick kingdom rank up. Deal with new events, but then there'd be so many other events we'd have to deal with as well. We can't afford to rank up the economy right now. Which means that these two events we want her to do... DC 16, DC 14. Yeah, if we stick her in here. Because the trolls could come back. If we stick her in there, we're definitely dedicating to her doing both those events. If we wait for Amiri to deal with this, we can stick her in here straight away and have her ready at the start of the next month when more events occur. 2 weeks would get me 64 build points up to 71. I'd have to buy some more if I wanted to do something. What would I upgrade? So I would be upgrading Divine, which would mean we could start doing research into the nature of curses, right? We could do the Davik Nettle one, yeah? Which is important, but also a low priority that we should be avoiding over-dedicating to. So the question is, do I grab this right now? Or what I could do... Hang on, 55... 45. What I could do is stick her on this one, right? And then, when the troll raids have cleared, I will have the freedom to put Amiri on this, or Canera at the end of the month if Amiri needs to do something else. Yes, I should absolutely do that. While the chance of success isn't great, at least I won't get penalised for ignoring it. So I now have 4 advisors busy. If I wanted to rank up, that might be a good idea, but I think I should hold off that thought for now and end the episode. I hope you've all enjoyed this one, and I do look forward to seeing you all in the next one, where I will once again attempt to visit the ancient dwarven ruins and find out about the trolls. But for now, I'm going to say bye-bye everyone, and cheerio!